This is basically semi-classical theory, and we will use in general classical theory to find the energy and what is the rule of quantization of energy we just want to see. So the main thing is that we have to cover the WKB approximation. Okay. So WKB approximation. So before going to WKB approximation, I will just tell you from what is the root of this particular theory of WKB. The root of this particular theory is semi-classical theory. And in fact, this WKB approximation is also identified as or known as semi-classical theory. So what is this semi-classical theory is given by mainly Bohr and Sommerfeld. They give one very fundamental theory before the evolution of quantum mechanics. At that time, quantum mechanics was not fully evolved. Before the evolution of quantum mechanics, they give one very nice concept about the area under the phase space. And what they said that area under the phase space is quantized. What is meaning of that? If I am just talking about the closed curve, that means the system is closed and they are confined within a boundary. And then they have said that Px dx, this is nothing but the area under the phase space. And we know all about phase space. This is all about Px and x, and we can have any phase trajectory for the given value of energy. Let's say this value of energy is E. And suppose somehow we can find the area under this phase space. And according to Bohr-Sommerfeld, this value is equal to NH. This value is proportional to N or NH. And this N is nothing but integer. This N is nothing but integer. Okay. And we can take for the purpose of calculation, N is equal to 0 is all about zero area. That means you are at the point. So it is not so significant. So I will appreciate that N must be equal to 1, 2, 3. Some books have taken N is equal to 0 also. That means in a classical mechanics, you can take 0 energy also. But if we are talking about the quantum mechanical thing, then we are little bit move from that particular region, and we can say that N is equal to 1, 2, 3. And if we can give this area as a function of energy, we can easily find the value of find the value of energy, and we can say, and we can find the rule of quantization. For example, what is rule of quantization for particle in box? N square, isn't it? En is proportional to n square. So this is something parabolic kind of thing. En versus n square is parabola, isn't it? है ना? And होगा ना? En is proportional to n square, obviously. What will be rule of quantization in basically harmonic oscillator? En is proportional to n, है ना? N plus half h cut omega, or you can just take n. H cut omega by 2 is some constant, so we can leave it separate. I am just talking about n part. So En is proportional to n. And what about hydrogen atom? Is proportional to 1 upon n square. So these are the quantization where we can take n is equal to either from 0, 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. You can, accordingly, you can set the value of n. So this is one of the very beautiful and fundamental mathematical concept where we can predict quantization of any particular system which is bounded. For example, it is very difficult to solve for the potential Vx is equal to x to the power 8, isn't it? It is next to impossible that we can solve the Schrodinger wave equation for the potential Vx is equal to x to the power 8. Maybe there may be some function you can get that potential is x to the power 8 or something. Let's say you can say potential is x to the power 4. So if you have this type of thing, then you cannot solve Schrodinger wave equation very nicely. You have to either go for numerical techniques and all this thing, but it is really take a lot of time. But at least from the WKB approximation or from the Bohr-Sommerfeld theory, at least you can tell what all about the quantization of energy. What are the rule of quantization of energy? So first I will do one or two problem from Bohr-Sommerfeld theory. Then we will just correct this formula for WKB approximation. The theory is exactly same, but the formulation is little bit different, and we can correct the rules of quantization of phase space for different type of system. And this quantization rule are basically intuitively coming from our experience of solving Schrodinger wave equation. So जो हमने Schrodinger wave equation में solve किया है, उसको दिमाग में रखते हुए हम लोगों ने ये quantization rule बनाया, and it has also very nice derivation, but I will not go for derivation for this particular class. If you want, I can give you derivation, the notes of this particular derivation, but that is not very important for your examination. For the examination, for the competitive exam, you have to just know how you have to apply the thing. Okay, but before that, let's try to solve some problem based on Bohr-Sommerfeld theory, and which is very popularly known as semi-classical theory. Okay, so let's go for this.
Sir.
हाँ, बोलो.
हेलो सर.
हाँ, बोलिए बोलिए, सुन रहा हूँ.
सर ये जो जैसे px dx हम जैसे उसका इंटीग्रल निकाल रहे हैं सर, तो सब सिस्टम के लिए ये n जो आएगा इंटीजर आएगा, फ्रैक्शनल कभी नहीं आएगा.
बोर-समरफील्ड ने ऐसा कहा था. देखो आरोग्य, देखो फ्रैक्शन आएगा नहीं आएगा, देखो कहने का मतलब क्या है ये समझो. कहने का मतलब ये है कि अकॉर्डिंग टू बोर-समरफील्ड दिस फेज कर्व इज क्वांटाइज्ड. अब इसके बाद जो दूसरा कर्व आएगा, देयर आर नॉट एनी phase curve between this. Suppose you are taking energy E, then E1, then another energy is E2. What is meaning of energy E half? What is meaning of energy E 3/2? आप तो ऐसा ही कहोगे ना, फर्स्ट लेवल, सेकंड लेवल, थर्ड लेवल, ऐसा ही तो कहोगे.
यस सर, समझ गया सर.
है ना. अब जैसे कि सपोज करो, थोड़ी देर के लिए मैं आपसे ये भी बात करता हूं कि सपोज L का क्वांटाइजेशन हम जानते हैं, L इंटू L प्लस 1 H कट स्क्वायर अपॉन 2m r स्क्वायर. ठीक है. सो ये मान लो हमारी एनर्जी निकलती है. सो यहां पर आप जब पुट करोगे तो पहली एनर्जी को E1 ही तो लिखोगे.
यस सर,
है ना. भले ये वैल्यू आपको, सपोज ये वैल्यू आपको आ जाता है 2h कट स्क्वायर अपॉन 2m r स्क्वायर, और दूसरी वैल्यू को E2 ही तो लिखोगे, भले 6h कट स्क्वायर अपॉन 2m r स्क्वायर, ऐसा ही लिखोगे ना.
yes.
आप ऐसा थोड़ी लिखोगे E2 E6, ऐसा थोड़ी लिखोगे. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट?
यस सर.
है ना. सो दिस इज जस्ट ऑब्वियसली आप जब कहोगे तो ग्राउंड स्टेट एनर्जी, उसके ऊपर की एनर्जी, उसके ऊपर की एनर्जी. सो दिस इज मच बेटर थिंग दैट यू विल जस्ट टॉक अबाउट n इज इक्वल टू समथिंग कॉल्ड इंटीजर. इसी कारण हर एक जगह पर इंटीजर ही तो आता है.
yes.
Either you will take hydrogen atom, either you will take your particle in box, either you will, because you are leveling the energy level ना. और इसमें जिसमें आपको सहूलियत होगी वही आप लोगे. Are you getting this thing?
Yes.
अब किसी आदमी को ज्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी पसंद है तो 1 को लिख ही सकता है हाफ इंटू 2. है ना. सो डोंट गो फॉर दिस थिंग. है ना. Anyway, so let's first try to do it for harmonic oscillator. Vx is equal to what? Half m omega square x square. And from the Bohr-Sommerfeld theory, let us try to figure it out. What will be rule of quantization for your energy for harmonic oscillator, which has mass m and frequency omega? Then what will be my phase space? My phase space is something like this. Okay. This value is equal to, so this is my energy. So my energy is equal to what? P square upon 2m plus half m omega square x square. And you can have, if x is equal to 0, P is equal to root under 2me, and this will be minus root under 2me, and this value is equal to 2e upon m omega square. By the way, what is 2e upon m omega square? इसे हम और क्या कह सकते हैं? This value is basically minus 2e upon m omega square, isn't it? What is 2e upon m omega square? ये क्या कौन सा पॉइंट है? Just tell me. If you are exactly, obviously, if you have this particular potential and you have this energy, then these 2 points are basically turning point. And this is actually 2e upon m omega square. This is actually 2e upon m omega square minus sign. So these 2 points are reflected here. Okay. And at the center, you have maximum momentum, and you can have. And yes, you can easily see that this is nothing but the equation of ellipse. Are you getting my point? This is nothing but equation of ellipse. So what will be area under the ellipse? If I am going to integrate it, what I have to do? If I am going to integrate it, I have to solve this integration. That value is 2m e, है ना? Sorry, हाँ, 2e minus half m omega square x square dx. I have to solve this integration, isn't it? And can I solve this integration by putting 4 into 0 to, what is this value? 0 to this one? ये सर हम लोग कर चुके हैं, isn't it? 2e upon m omega square 2m e minus half m omega square x square into dx. I have to solve it.
अंदर नहीं आएगा.
क्या हुआ?
हाफ अंदर नहीं आएगा सर. e minus m omega square x square.
ठीक है सर.
What is problem? It is correct, है ना? सही है तो है. E
Yes,
को
sir.
इधर ले जाओ, 2m लिखो, px dx तो हो तो क्या? क्या है?
Okay sir, I will check.
Okay. Now we have to solve this integration. How you are going to solve this integration? याद है कुछ? We have done this thing into classical mechanics, isn't it? Anyone? How you have to solve this integration? Shortcut is also there, but how you will solve this integration?
सर e कॉमन लेंगे, उसको डायमेंशनलेस करेंगे.
Obviously, what you will do? You can just go for 4 into, just you will take root under 2me as common, and you have integration 0 to root under 2e upon m omega square, and here you have 1 minus m omega square upon 2e x square dx. And what will be your next step? What will be your next step?
तो टी पुट कर देंगे.
कहां टी पुट करेंगे? Very good. So you will put m omega square 2e root under into x is equal to t, isn't it? ताकि इंटीग्रेशन आपको हमेशा कहां से कहां मिले? 0 to 1. Remember all this thing we have done into classical mechanics.
Yes.
यस
है ना? ये कहां पर किया था क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स में? बताओ. Action angle principle, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That is the same thing we are doing. And this is actually source, this is root from the action angle principle actually. ये रूट ही है एक्शन एंगल प्रिंसिपल सब सारे के सारे कैलकुलेशन का. ओके, जब आप ओरिजिनल
मॉडर्न फिजिक्स में भी किया था सर.
मॉडर्न फिजिक्स में भी किया था. दैट इज बोर समरफील्ड थ्योरी, इजंट इट? है ना?
Yes,
एंड सेम
yes.
थिंग वी आर डूइंग हियर. सो नाउ यू कैन हैव 4 into root under 2me into, obviously dx will be something dt, then this term will be also coming outside. This will go into this side. So you have root under 2e upon m omega square, and you will go for integration. That is 0 to 1, isn't it? If x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0, and if x is equal to 2e upon m omega square, then this value is 1. So you will always have this integration. 1 minus something t square dt, isn't it? And obviously this is nothing but some number. And can you claim what will be this number is fraction or more than 1 or less than 1? क्या होगा? क्या बता सकते हो? What is this number?
सर ये स्क्वायर से कम होगा थोड़ा सर एरिया, 1 से कम होगा.
So 1 sec, what will be this thing? Now look at here. इसको थोड़ा ध्यान से देखो. If it would be a square, then what will be area under the square? This into this?
Yes, sir.
है ना? अगर ये स्क्वायर होता तो क्या होता? This into this. But we have to calculate this area. So this value will be this value must be less than what? This value must be less than 1, isn't it? So I can make sure, I can give guarantee that this value is less than 1. In every problem, जब भी इस तरह का कोई भी problem आएगा, आप देखोगे that this value will be less than 1. But you can easily solve this problem just by putting t is equal to sine theta. And then you can get dt is equal to cos theta d theta. You can just integrate 0 to pi. And I think that value is equal to pi by 4. So what you will get? You will get 4 into root under 2me into root under 2e upon m omega square into pi by 4. And this 4 will cancel. And you have this value as this m is cancelled. So then you have 2e upon pi upon omega is equal to nh. And e is nothing but equal to nh omega upon 2 pi. Okay. So according to Bohr-Sommerfeld theory, we can get this value of energy. So अगर एग्जाम में आ जाए तो in the, suppose this will come into your exam, then obviously, and they will ask what will be proportionality about your quantum number, how energy is proportional about quantum number, then you need not to do this integration. कोई जरूरत नहीं है, because इसी से आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आपकी एनर्जी कैसे क्वांटाइज्ड है. Are you getting my point? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes,
है ना?
sir.
Okay. So now this is very interesting thing. आप इसको दूसरे तरीके से भी कर सकते हो. You can just find the area of the ellipse. Because it is exactly ellipse. So what will be area of the ellipse? Pi
pi
a into b. So this will be root under 2e upon m omega square into 2me is equal to nh. Now look at, you will get exactly same thing. This and this will cancel and you will get pi a into b. है ना? So you can use in a different way, but आपको एग्जाम में बहुत ही फास्ट सॉल्व करने की जरूरत होगी ऐसे प्रॉब्लम को. So you have to always remember what is algorithm that you have to solve it. Okay. Now let's go for one more problem जो कि इससे थोड़ा सा ट्विस्टेड, जो आपके एग्जाम में भी आ चुका है. Let's try to go for this. Suppose suppose my potential Vx is, let's say, some kx to the power 6. Okay, suppose potential is kx to the power 6. Then somebody can ask you how En is proportional to n to the power. If En is proportional to n to the power alpha, then what is value of alpha? Someone can ask you this problem. Okay, then obviously you cannot solve Schrodinger wave equation for this particular potential kx to the power 6. It is very difficult to solve Schrodinger wave equation. Then you can go for semi-classical theory or WKB approximation after then, when we will learn all about first semi-classical theory. Then when we will go for WKB approximation, something will be just going to change. But before that, let us try to solve it with the help of Bohr-Sommerfeld theory. So how we are going to solve it with the Bohr-Sommerfeld theory? Obviously, what will be my energy? My energy is basically, this is one dimension system. So Px square upon 2m, kx to the power 6. This is our energy. And if I am going to plot the phase space or phase curve, basically, Px versus x, then what will happen? At x is equal to 0, you will again have this sort of function, and this will be more or less look like ellipse. Not exactly ellipse, but this will more or less look like ellipse. I can make it much better. Okay. So this will be look like this. Okay. So this value is Px, this value is x. What is this value? X is equal to 0. Again, you have root under 2me, and this value is minus root under 2me. And what is this value? This value is just when Px is equal to 0, you have this value E upon k to the power 1 by 6. This value is minus E upon k to the power 1 by 6. Now we have all this thing. We have to just tell how my energy is quantized with n. We have to just calculate what is value of alpha. So let's try to calculate what is value of alpha. So what we have to do? We have energy that E is equal to Px square upon 2m plus kx to the power 6, you can take it. We have to calculate for closed integral p dx, and this value is equal to nh. And now what we can do? We will take the value of px, and this is px. We can take value of px. This value is 2m e minus kx to the power 6 dx. And yes, they are symmetrical in each and every quadrant. If I am getting this area 0 to e upon k to the power 1 by 6, I have to multiply with 4, and this value is nh. Are you people comfortable? What is my first step? We have to take root under 2me outside. So this will be 2me outside, this one. है ना, this one, this length. Then बताओ अगला स्टेप क्या हो जाएगा? डायरेक्ट हम बाहर निकाल लें एरिया को समझते हुए. क्या लेना पड़ेगा बाहर? We have to take this value, isn't it? So this value is e upon k to the power 1 by 6, and we can go for 0 to 1. I can write 1 minus t square dt. Are you t6 dt? Are you people comfortable?
Yes, sir.
है ना? ये बताओ t क्या होगा? पहले मैं लिख दिया, बाद में कर रहा हूं इसे. What will be t?
K by
e to the power 1 by 6 into x is equal to t. I am just putting this thing. So again, this number is what? Less than 1. Yes?
Yes, sir.
This number is again less than 1. But I have to talk about the proportionality. So leave it all the part, leave it all this thing. So what you will get? You will get one part is coming from momentum part. So this will be e to the power half. Another part is coming from potential part, this will be e to the power 1 by 6 is proportional to n. So e to the power, what will happen? This value is 1 by half plus 1 by 6 is
2 by 3.
2 by 3 is proportional to n. So e is proportional to n to the power 3 by 2, isn't it? And what is value of n? 1, 2, 3, and so on. You can put this value. Yes. So at least this is very big thing. Now this is very important thing, because all other things are just a constant. Take this constant 1. Don't worry. You can take this constant 1 and at least you can say how your energy is quantized without solving Schrodinger wave equation. Are you people comfortable?
Yes, sir.
है ना? So this is one of the favorite question in your exam. है ना? They can ask this question because you should have idea of semi-classical theory, how quantization come into picture. The first time quantization will come into picture from the Bohr-Sommerfeld theory. Then only other people have used this rule of quantization for different purpose. And finally, each and everything will be verified from the Schrodinger wave equation. Is that everything okay from my side? So on to basis of this particular concept of semi-classical theory, let us try to formulate WKB approximation. So let's go for WKB approximation. The method is exactly same. There is not any different thing, but we have some different rules of quantization. Okay, so let us try to go for it. Okay, so let's try to go for it. So we will just go for semi-classical theory given by the WKB. They are 3 scientists, I think. The last one was, I think, Brillouin, Hannah, and he was, I think, he was same Brillouin who worked in the solid state, or different. Don't know. Okay. Now, so what is our basically experience from Schrodinger wave equation? If we are in classical allowed region, then we have which type of wave function? We have wave function which will be sinusoidal in nature. Yes. And if we are in classical forbidden region, the wave function is exponentially decaying. Either in positive side or in negative side, they can exponentially decaying. And now we also have experience when our system is bounded, then the energy is quantized. The energy is mainly quantized. You can have energy quantized in unbounded system in the sometime in scattering, but I am not going into that thing. But in general simple system, energy is basically quantized for the bounded system. This is our experience from the Schrodinger wave equation. I am avoiding the scattering part right now. I'm not taking a scattering part here. So we have mainly seen 3 types of boundary. So what are these 3 types of boundary? Boundary means the turning point. We have 3 types of turning point. Number 1 turning point, that both sides is smooth. That means I am talking about this sort of potential, maybe your harmonic oscillator. This is smooth. What is the meaning of a smooth potential? as you are changing the value of x, the value of potential is changing smoothly. Vx versus x, isn't it? So both boundary for any value of this energy, this value and this value, both boundary is smooth. As we are changing x to dx, the potential is changing Vx to some dV. This is a smooth boundary. So this is the case one. And second type of boundary we have encountered with, one is rigid and another is smooth. This is also a smooth boundary, don't worry. If I am talking about this one is also smooth. Because as we are changing the value of x, the potential is also changing. This potential is, let's say, Vx is equal to K mod x. Here you can say Vx is equal to x square. So they are function of x basically. So they are smooth on both sides. You can take energy. This and this are smooth boundary. Obviously, these two are turning point. We can easily find this thing. And second case is, one is rigid and another is smooth. Another is smooth. One is rigid and another is smooth. So this is rigid one. Rigid, or you can say constant potential. Suddenly the potential is going to change, and after then it is not, it will either remain same or not going to change. So left hand side you have infinite potential, and right hand side you have a smooth potential. And what about the third one? और क्या केस बच सकता है? We have both side as rigid potential. Both side rigid potential. Sorry, rigid boundary. Both sides rigid boundary. Okay. So by watching this sort of potential and doing some basic calculation, just using the Schrodinger wave equation and putting the value of wave function, they have give the quantization rule for each and every cases. So let us go for the quantization rule for each and every case. So first quantization rule for this case is given by closed integral P dx is equal to n plus half h. This is our quantization rule, n plus half h, okay? And the value of n is basically start from 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So this is for this one. So here is closed curve. This is closed curve, okay? And for the second one, the quantization rule is x1 to x2. Please, what is x1 and x2? This is basically x1 and this is basically x2. So they are turning point. x1 and x2, P dx is equal to, we have n plus 3 by 4 pi h cut, where n can be equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay. So this is x1, and this is not closed curve. This is not closed curve. This is just an integration between x1 and x2, and which is nothing but the turning point. You can also write n minus 1 by 4 and 1, 2, 3. आप लिख सकते हो ना? लिख सकते हैं या नहीं? इसको लिख सकते हैं? Yes. n minus 1 by 4 pi h cut 1, then n is equal to what? 1, 2, 3, and so on. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So sometime Jetli have used this thing, n minus or n plus, sorry, n plus 1 by 4 पाई एच कट, देन n की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी 1 2 3। देखो n इज इक्वल टू 0 के लिए 3/4, n इज इक्वल टू 1 के लिए 3/4। आर यू गेटिंग सेम थिंग? द लोएस्ट वैल्यू इज CR, सेम है ना?
माइनस आएगा।
जस्ट अ मिनट, हाँ दैट इज माइनस, सॉरी दैट विल बी माइनस, शुरू में ठीक बोला था, n माइनस 1/4। सो n इज इक्वल टू 1 पुट करेंगे, दैट विल बी सेम थिंग एट 3/4। सो सम बुक हैव यूज्ड दिस क्वांटाइजेशन, सम बुक हैव यूज्ड दिस क्वांटाइजेशन। सो एग्जाम में आप परेशान मत होना, दे विल गिव यू दिस क्वांटाइजेशन थिंग, ओके? यूजिंग दिस क्वांटाइजेशन फाइंड द एनर्जी ऑफ अ system. Using this quantization, find the energy of a system. And last but not the least, for this one, we have x1 to x2, and we will go for pdx is equal to n plus 1 pi h cut. This is for this one. This is so simple. N plus 1 pi h cut. And where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, or you can go for n pi h cut, then n is equal to 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is basically rules and regulation given by WKV approximation. And what is condition for WKV approximation? This is very interesting. When your wave function is in classical allowed region, you can have associated de Broglie wavelength, and your wavelength or your wave function have associated de Broglie wavelength, and you have lambda and d lambda upon dx is less than lambda. That means your wave function is slowly varying, then only you can use WKV approximation. So this is your condition for using the WKV approximation. Okay, so this is the condition. So, or you can write something like this also: d lambda upon dx is basically less than 1. Then you can vary this particular WKV approximation. And obviously, this should be slow varying potential. Okay, only here we have rigid potential, and we have this quantization rule. How this quantization rule come into picture is just a matter of one derivation. Just we can just guess our wave function, and then we will put into the Schrodinger wave equation, and we can get this sort of quantization rule. And we also use the phase changes. So what is the phase changes? Whenever we will just going to collide with any rigid point, then the phase of the wave function is going to change. We will also take account of this particular concept, and then we can go for this thing. I am not going into very detail of that all derivation, because we have examination in just after 1 month. So we are just focusing on the mainly application of all these three particular quantization rule. Okay, are you people comfortable? So exam में problem कैसे आएंगे? They will just give you one potential, and they will ask you what will be your energy according to WKV approximation, and you have to just choose. You have to use this one or this one or this one. Okay, so this is all about WKV approximation theory. So today I will just stop here. Tomorrow we will just go for different types of problems. ठीक है? So कल हम लोग इसके ऊपर problem करेंगे, and then we will also learn what will happen into classical forbidden region and how transmission probability can be calculated. So WKV approximation will also give us opportunity to calculate the transmission probability, that how particle is tunneling down in a classical forbidden region. What will be its rule of tunneling? Depends on what is my potential. ठीक है? So आज के लिए इतना ही रहने देते हैं, कल हम लोग इसको कवर करेंगे.
सर लैम्डा